Hello and welcome to another episode of Tiva Drive, and today we are driving this 2025 Polestar 3 finally, which is a close cousin of the Volvo EX90, and we wanted to share our experiences with you. This is the first new model since the Polestar 2. This one is made actually in the USA, North Carolina, alongside the Volvo EX90, but there are some differences. We're not supposed to be doing any comparisons, but comparison with its close cousin EX90 is due. This car here starts at 97,000 in a base version, and this performance version starts at the 107, plus the leather option as is at around 115,000. And this is the performance version, has 510 horsepower, good for about 4.7 seconds, where the standard base version is 489 horsepower, good for about 4.9 seconds. There's about 0.2 or 0.3 seconds difference between the two models. The base model, as we mentioned, starts at 97,000. This one here starts at 107. You can see the difference. The Brembo brakes are part of the upgrade package. On the side there, you can see the Polestar 3, 111 kilowatt hours and 380 kilowatts. So that's the battery size and the power in kilowatts. The front of the car kind of is a little bit similar to the Polestar 2, but it's quite distinct as well. You have this kind of spoiler here, which is kind of a see-through. You can better see it from behind there. That improves the airflow. There you go. Here we go. Hopefully you can see it right there. And so you have, of course, the Thor's lights, like with all the Volvos and Polestars. Quite a good looking car. Let us show you the profile from the side there quickly. There we go. It's kind of like a tall wagon, more than an SUV. So it's kind of a station wagon like in that respect, but it is quite tall. Just visually it's a very long car, so it is much bigger than the Polestar 2, but it is also much more expensive. This particular one is has 295 wide 22-inch rims. That's why they look so nice. Of course, the standard car has smaller rims and higher profile tires. From the back, it looks very nice, especially at night. We did some nice videos and pictures at sunset on the Georgian Bay. We're back in Toronto to shoot this review. So let us show you the interior quickly, and then we'll show you the trunk and the charge port, of course. Okay, so let's get inside. The car is equipped with a fixed glass sunroof, stretching the full length of the car. Let us jump in here to the interior. The car automatically turns on only when you press the brake pedal and you put it in gear. As you can see here, it's 99%, 390 kilometers. We've been using the performance mode. So there's two drive modes. We'll go over this in a moment. So very similar arrangement to Polestar 2. You have the main dashboard here and the center screen here, two cup holders here, wireless charger and a key charger as well. So that's the one annoying thing about the recent Volvos and Polestars. Here's the key, no buttons on it. It's basically looks by proximity. There's a place that you have to place it exactly in the little spot, which is kind of marked on the wireless phone charger. And so the key has to be charged at least once a day for an hour. So if your phone is not charged, just bring your USB-C cables, because this spot will be needed to charge the wireless key. The interior, as you can see, it's quite spacious, lots of room, front and back. Sports seats in this performance version. The Napa leather is an upgrade, $5,000 upgrade, that brings the price of this car to about $115,000, which brings it up to the price range of close to Tesla Model X, in line with Rivian R1S and future Gravity Touring. Not the Grand Touring. The Grand Touring is more money. But the Touring that's coming later this year will be priced very similarly, around 115 Canadian starting price. Okay, so as you can see, I'm in a comfortable position. Again, I'm 6'3" or 190 centimeters. let's jump in the back seat and compare it with the other cars that we tested. Okay, so here's the back seat. Oh, by the way, yes. Why are the seat belts fastened? And these are the gold seat belts, typical for performance versions of the Polestars. Because the sensors are going a little wild on this car. When we had the passengers, it kept ringing, fasten seat belts. It was feeling a ghost passenger in the back seat, which that wasn't there. No one was there. It was ringing the bells. That's why we had to fasten those seat belts. So here's the interior again. Beautiful, huge sunroof. Lots of room both for my feet, as you can see under the seat, which is all the way down, and lots of room for my knees as well. Very comfortable seats. Lots of headroom as well. No problem with the headroom whatsoever. Has the same logo projecting onto the glass panorama sunroof there in the front, which you can only see at night. The vents are actually both, which is nice, as to be expected in this price range. You have the vents on the B pillar as well as the center, and then you have your controls for the rear climate as well as seat heaters. The front seat have seating and cooling, and this top of the line version is equipped with upgraded stereo, which is Bowers and Wilkins, which is a lot of the upgraded Volvo versions and Polestar get. Okay, so that being said, let's show you the trunk space and the charge port in the back. You open the doors, a regular handle here. On the outside, the handles will hide just like in the Teslas, and they will, as you approach the car with the key in your pocket, hopefully with a fully charged key, you can close the car by pressing on the handle here, and they will retract, and now they are presented. So let us show you the trunk. Let's see if the foot swipe will work. Doesn't want to work right now. Nice logo of the Polestar here in the back. So you can also open, obviously, by pressing on the button. So here's the trunk. It's not very deep right now, but it has a 40-60 split. Most of the cars in this price range would have 40-20-40. It is equipped with an air suspension, so you can raise the suspension when you're going off-road. It only works up to 40 kilometers an hour. So here under the floor, though, you have quite a bit more storage, just like in the Teslas. So there you go, cable storage. You can store some other things. Nice cover for it as well. And you have the cargo cover here. It's a flexible cargo cover. So that's about it. And of course, if you look at our pictures at night or at sundown, there is a big unibrow which stretches across. It has the unibrow on top, and then it swings around here, kind of in a U-shaped on either side. Really great looking car with an amazing fixed glass panorama sunroof. Okay, so let's jump in, take you for a spin, and tell you about the results of our testing. Hello and welcome to another fast charging session here at Electrify Canada in Barrie, Ontario. We are at station number 3, and we are here with the Polestar 3 performance version. So here's the car. We're just plugged in. We had some issues connecting. We couldn't use our Audi app. The car is equipped with a plug-in charge, and the moment you plug in, the machine was trying to charge the account associated with the car. I guess Polestar Canada did not load up their account with payment, so it declined the payment. So what we had to do, use the Electrify Canada app, swipe first to authorize, and then plug in, and then we got to start the charge. As you can see, probably it's now doing about 131 kilowatts. We started at 6%. We started at 6%. The maximum we got was about 135 kilowatts, so very far away from the promised 250 top speed. Now this is the unit 3. It's not the fastest unit because unit 4, the fast one, the 350 kilowatt unit, was occupied. And we had issues on that one, so we moved it to unit 3, which is 150, and we got 130. Now we did set navigation to this location at Electrify Canada on Google Maps in the Polestar, and so basically it should have preconditioned the battery. However, again, maximum we're getting is about 135 kilowatts. Right now the car says that it's 133 kilowatts, and we set the limit at 80% here, and it says time remaining about another 35 minutes, so I'm gonna go and grab a quick bite. In the meantime, here's the interior, and a beautiful, amazing, great, huge sunroof here. By the way, the consumption, let's see if I can pull it up for you. Range and trip meter. Okay, so here you go. It reset the trip. The average consumption 26, but that's over actually quite a few 300 kilometers. So since we started driving this car, the actual consumption, and I have a picture, I'll post it on Facebook, the actual highway consumption was about 31 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So it's not very efficient, even though we were driving middle to right lane speeds, because we were afraid. We only had the estimate upon arrival of only 6%, so we were driving slowly on the highway on the right lane for a change, and we turned off the climate, and still it produced a consumption of 31 kilowatt hours per 100. So that's quite high without the climate. Now the temperature outside, we're in early April, but it's a cold. +5 though, +5 degrees. It's not that bad. So I imagine that with the heat and in minus temperatures, this consumption would be probably around 40. Now this is a 111 kilowatt hour battery, so even with that consumption, you would get around 400 kilometers, close to it. But yeah, high consumption, and the conditions were not even that bad. So we'll see how this week continues, how it goes. And that's it for this DC charging session at Electrify Canada in Barrie, Ontario at Canadian Tire. And stay tuned for the full review on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TEV Association. Okay, so here we are inside the 2025 Polestar 3, finally. We still haven't been able to test drive its cousin Volvo EX90, which is manufactured on the same production line in North Carolina, USA. Not sure what the future will bring with the tariffs now in place in 2025. Hopefully those tariffs will be eliminated soon via negotiation with the US government. Anyway, so as I mentioned, when the car is off, to turn it on, you press on the brake pedal and you put it in gear and it turns the car on. Right now it's showing 98% at 390 kilometers. So let's turn it on. There we go. We can put it on the consumption screen. There we go. And the trip meter is here, history, etc. So this is all the same as in the Polestar 2, so we won't be going over all these screen options. Here on the main dashboard, again, so what we're not crazy about, it's everything of course is relegated to the screen except for the volume on off button, etc. And we're not crazy about that buttonless key that needs to be constantly recharged. You've got the two cup holders here, lots more storage in here, and there's a shelf for storage underneath with two USB-C ports as well. We've been having an issue opening the glove compartment box. So again, in order to open it, just like in the other EX30 Volvo, you have to go through the menus to pop open the glove compartment box. There you go, glove box, and nothing is happening. So when we got the car, also the center screen was completely frozen. So we went to a Volvo dealer. He told us how to reset the the UI when you do it by pressing these two buttons together for a few seconds, and it resets reboots the screen. We also got a couple of error messages on the advanced driver assistance systems when using the autopilot here, which comes with lane keeping, auto steer, and lane change assist as well. You can turn it on or off through the center screens. One pedal driving, you turn it on or off, so this is completely off and the car is coasting. You can also go through the options to basically turn on or off the performance mode and the creep as well. So the creep is either on or off. The one pedal driving is on or off, so let's turn it back on. And then the two drive modes is performance, excuse me, and the regular mode. So right now, let's start in the regular mode and then we'll put it in performance. So again, this performance version starting at 107 plus options has a 4.7 seconds acceleration from 0 to 100 with 510 horsepower. The battery size is same for both versions, 111 kilowatt hours gross, 107 net. Okay, so that being said, let's take you for a spin and tell you about the results of our testing. So we've done the testing both in the city, on side roads, and also on the highway. Our first initial test was in +5. It is springtime, it's April, but it's more winter-like, late winter-like weather than springtime really. So today it's a nice +15, actually make it 13 now, but during the first highway test it was barely +5. Nice and sunny, and we ran the car down to just basically around 30%. So the range was showing 150, and as you know, our lake house is about that distance, so we decided we don't want to risk it. We programmed the navigation, the Google navigation, to the fast DC charging station in Barrie, the usual destination where we go, because that's where we get our Audi freebies, free charging sessions. And so this car likely was preconditioning. We didn't get any messages with some of the other cars where we would get a message regarding battery being preconditioned when you set navigation for the fast charger. We did not get this message, but the consumption was quite high. Now, because the car, when you set the navigation to a certain destination, it gives you the percentage of battery left upon arrival. It was showing only 6%. So in order not to have the range anxiety, we decided that we're going to drive without the climate on, so we kept the climate off. And because it was a sunny day at +5, there was no issue. We did not feel cold at all, so it was fine. But just in case, instead of using our regular middle to left lane speeds, we used, let's put it on, because we're in a speed limited zone, let's put this, so you turn on the autopilot, just like in the old Tesla system, press down the gear shifter all the way down, and it turns on the autopilot and auto steer automatically. No way, by the way, no way to adjust the distance from the car in front of you. At least we didn't find it. If you guys know how to do it, perhaps some other Polestar 2 owners can enlighten us. Anyway, so the consumption, back to consumption during our first highway test with no climate on, and also doing slower than usual speeds in the right lane, right to middle lane speeds, let's put it this way, on the Highway 400 northbound. And the consumption was still, even though climate was completely off, just like right now, the consumption was 31 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which means based on the 107 battery, about 350 kilometer range without climate in +5. So that tells me that in winter conditions with the climate on, you can expect probably just around 300 kilometers range. The estimate that we've seen was about 440, as you saw. Right now, in the regular mode, you can see 98%, 430 kilometers. So quite a few times After driving carefully, we got an estimate at full of 440 kilometers. The the announced rated range, of course, is more than that, but realistically, you can expect about 3 to 350 in the winter. Now, the second test in warmer weather, what was about plus 12, just like right now. We conducted a test on the highway, same route, going southbound. As you know, also southbound, so it was a warmer day, number one. We did use climate, set at 20. It was 12 degrees outside, and then southbound on the 400 is downhill, so that affects the results of the testing, of course. And we got a result of 24 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers on the highway, giving this car a kind of a spring range, let's say, in plus 12 degrees of 400, just over 400 kilometers, which is not bad, given that this is a high performance car. Although, you know, with 510 horsepower, the acceleration is 4.7, which is kind of, you can get that kind of an acceleration pretty much with a lot of new electric cars. So the main question is, at a starting price of 97 and as equipped of 115, it's competing with a lot of luxury pure electric cars and high performance cars, some of which are quicker from 0 to 100. The top speed, by the way, is limited to 210, so it's more than the Volvo, because all the Volvos are now limited to 180 kilometers per hour max for safety reasons. So the Polestar is tuned up a little bit more, but of course in the Tesla Model 3 Performance, Model Y Performance, same with Model X Plaid and Model S Plaid, you can go much faster than that. So the competition that we should mention, even though we're not doing a comparison test, because Polestar in their contract for press owners has that we're not supposed to be doing comparisons, but you know, we just would like to mention at this price range what it'll be competing against. So let's put it on back onto the autopilot, and then we'll see. You increase the speed with this left button here. Let's bring it out to highway speed. There you go. You can auto lane change. So now you can see here, I don't know if you can see it from there from the camera, but the interrupted line is on the left. So let's try and initiate change of lane, automatic lane change, and it's doing it itself. You have to hold on to the wheel, and of course somebody cut us off. It happens. The car did not spot that the other car was cutting in front of us. Luckily they passed us from behind. Anyways, so if you have I know somebody else is changing lanes, of course people always change lanes in the last minute, so we have to take over. Let's put it back. It's a Sunday, so a lot of Sunday drivers from outside of the city. Okay, let's put it back on at the highway speeds. So yeah, you can see in the visuals here on the main dashboard, when one of the lanes is interrupted instead of the permanent line, you know, a solid line, it means that it says the solid line on the right, you cannot change the lane. On the left, it shows interrupted line, which means you can do the automatic lane change maneuver. That maneuver sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. So we had quite a few glitches in this car. The ADAS systems failure happened a few times. Frozen screen happened once, and that's basically about it. Other than that, we really enjoyed our time with it. I think now in terms of the deals available on the car, so Polestar 3 will be or could be a make it or break it model for Polestar, because the Polestar 2 is a few years old. Their sales were down, so now they are back up again because of the introduction of the Polestar 3. However, already we just shared it on Facebook that Polestar here in Canada is offering up to $20,000 off this car in terms of the purchase price, cash purchase price. So that would bring the price down from 97 base to 77 base. Now that is starting to become interesting, and it doesn't apply on leases, but there are special deals on leases as well. What we saw recently on you know, advertised on Facebook was $0 down, $1,400 a month. That's quite a lot compared to some of the lease deals available in the US, which are a fraction of this amount, but still worth considering, especially if you're planning to buy an electric car cash. at 77 grand, this is really becoming quite an interesting deal, kind of in line with a lot of other smaller, even non-luxury models available in our marketplace. So again, Sunday traffic jam, it's just crazy. Toronto traffic is becoming insane. So yes, that's about it for our impressions of this Polestar 3. We perhaps sometime in the future we will be able to compare it with you know, its own cousin, the EX90, once we get hold of that car, hopefully in the next few months. Not sure why EX90 is not available in press fleets anywhere in the world yet. Dealers have them, they're available at dealers. The Volvo dealer reported a very limited demand for the EX90 because it's even more expensive. So the EX90, this car starts at 97,000. The EX90 starts at around 115 and goes up from there. So the performance version would be well over 120. And so yeah, these are quite expensive. They're not very affordable models. It's going to be interesting to see how the sales evolve throughout this year in this kind of very uncertain market that we are experiencing this first quarter of 2025. That's it. Thank you, and please do not hesitate to comment if you have any questions regarding this test or any other test. As usual, do not forget to press on the subscribe button to be informed when the next video will be posted, and we have lots more videos coming for plug-in hybrid and pure electric cars. As usual, we have to thank our sponsor, Condos and Castles Realty Inc. You can find them at www.condosandcastles.com. Thank you for watching, and see you at the next review.